You all healthy, all good, and how much did it kind of kill you to not be able to play last weekend?
Yeah, no, I'm feeling a lot better. Obviously, it's the flu kind of beat me up a little bit, but no, I feel great. I was like pretty close to being able to jump on the plane when everybody left, and I'm glad I didn't because I didn't feel 100% until a couple days ago. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you get excited for the first games of the year, and for me, that's kind of going home too. I had a bunch of family that was making the trip from Regina and from Saskatchewan over to Winnipeg, so that one kind of is too bad. I had my grandma and my uncles and aunts that I haven't seen in a couple of years with COVID and everything. So, that's obviously not the hockey part of it, but that that kind of stung too a little bit. But I feel great, and I'm excited to get this weekend going and get back at it.
So you'll be out there for the home opener now here. Lots of new changes at the BMO with the construction going on and the home fans. What kind of energy are you expecting out here in this building?
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I mean, obviously, you can see a little bit of the Jumbotron. It's starting to take shape out there, and I think, like you're saying, there's a lot of buzz. We've put together a team, I think, that can make a serious run and a serious push, into late into the season, and so we're excited for that. And I think the fans, the last couple of years, we've kind of given them a tease, and we're excited to kind of make that push.
In what ways do you think this team is better than last year's?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think if you look at the core of our team, that's an extra year that those guys have played, and I think for the last two seasons that I've been here, we've been, the youngest, if not, or one of the youngest, if not the youngest teams in the league. So anytime those guys start getting, some touches and just minutes and reps and everything else, that's, for those guys, it's just them feeling more comfortable with the whole situation and the league and everything else. So we're excited to, for those guys to jump in and make a run. There's nothing better than playoff hockey. I know we're a long ways away from that right now, but I think those guys can get a taste of it this season.
I know you mentioned in your first response just talking about everything that's going on in Canada and how restrictions are getting lifted, and just it feels like it's the first sort of normal year, and especially for a young group like this, how important is it to finally get a sort of a normal looking year for such a young core?
Yeah, you look at most of those guys, they're 3-year entry level contracts. Really have been spent not being able to hang out with the team and not being able to go for dinners on the road and that kind of stuff. So, I think for us, obviously, I didn't go, but the guys to get out to Winnipeg early on and, just to get together, spending time in the airports and spending time on buses is, you make a lot of relationships like that. So, like I said, those guys are excited, we're excited, and, I think obviously everybody in Rockford is pretty excited for this group.
Back as the captain this year, what does it mean to you to have that C on your chest?
Yeah, it doesn't change the way that I play. I've never really let it change, the way that I am or the way that I played. And, I think I was pretty fortunate to wear it at a pretty young age. And, I was saying to Anders the other day, for me, I don't want to say it gets easier, but it was tougher for me when I was, 24 years old and I have to tell a 30, some-year-old guy what to do and how to get there. It's a little bit easier for me now, going into my 12th year. So I'm excited. It doesn't change the way that I play. I look at it the same way. I am the oldest guy on the team, but I'm still young at heart, so I'm having fun with it.
You guys open with the team that eliminated you from the playoffs last year, the Wolves, who, of course, are always a big rival, but is there any emotional carryover through the offseason when you're facing these guys, the defending champs, too, not just the team that knocked you guys out?
Yeah, of course, and obviously that's a pretty good team. There's like every year, every season, every team, there's changes that are, guys come, guys go. So it is a different team, obviously, but nobody wants to lose. We don't, put the gear on at the start of the season wanting to lose. So it's obviously been a huge rival. For us, I think it's, going back to what we did that gave us success last year against that team. It's a team that plays fast and a team that has a lot of skill. So we're excited. I think, we've got a lot of skill and a lot of speed up front as well. So we're excited to get going.
So when they went on to win the Cup, did you guys take a little solace in that? Like, it took the champs to knock us out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of gives, our group a little bit of reassurance, when you look throughout the season that we had against them. And, it shows these younger guys that we can compete with those teams, and obviously it didn't go our way in the playoffs, and that's going to happen. But I think now that those guys have an extra year under their belt, and that's a huge part of development is learning to lose and then turning that into something positive. So we're excited to kind of get going, and I think it's a great test for us.
I know you didn't travel with the team last week, but getting to watch them sort of from a 10,000-foot view, were you able to see anything or notice anything about the team that you wouldn't have otherwise, getting to see them from afar like that over the weekend?
Yeah, I was able to watch both games. Had to listen to Joey on the radio, but no, it was good. We had it on. I had it on the laptop and stuff, and I think for us it's just playing consistently. We know that we've got a lot of skill. You look at the depth that we've got. We've got guys that are out of the lineup and in the lineup and back and forth, that have played a lot of games in this league and have had a lot of success. So I think that's the biggest thing for us is we've got the competition within the dressing room and within the organization right now that, it's there and you got to show up and play. And our biggest thing is that our young guys and older guys as well have to come and play every night, or you're going to be able to sit and watch from 100 feet up in the air. So I think that's a positive thing. I think that's a great thing for our young guys that to understand that the competition's there throughout the year.